Okay, so welcome back, guys. Good morning, good evening for all of you. So, yes, last class, any questions, guys? Before I start today's topic again, one more time on the same concept, or let me recap the same thing. I need it anyway for today's, right? So, yesterday we started the topic called occurs clause. That was our topic, and I told you guys this is used to define a variable and allocate multiple memory space. And why do I need a multiple memory space? As per our data situation, guys, there are cases where we have a repetition of the same data, guys. Okay, repetition of same kind of data with same type and size, guys. Same type and size is getting repeated. So either option one, I told you in this class yesterday that option one, I can still, guys, I can define many variables. I can define many variables and allocate the memory space equally to them. Option two was to define one variable and allocate many memories. So we have considered the second option is better. Instead of writing multiple variables, instead of defining and using multiple variables, guys, I can use a single occurs variable. That's what our first point I told you. Second thing that I want to add to the knowledge that under the data repetition point, there are two types of repetition, guys. One I told you in the yesterday class was the field repetition. Okay, in a single record, guys, in a single record, you have a field that is getting repeated, guys. So field got repeated here. As an example, I have given some temperature reading example, a random one, or you have a monthly sales or something related to monthly process as such. Now, apart from that, the second thing we need to consider today is the record repetition, guys. Okay, the record repetition here, I'll give an example for that. And on the technical side, on the technical details that I told you is first thing first, you need to define the occurs variable. So you're in a situation, your requirement has a data getting repeated. So you want to specifically define an occurs variable. Now, once you decided that, guys, once you considered that you need an occurs variable, I told you to check the first thing is whether you need a static occurs where you have the repetition as fixed, guys, or then you need to go for a dynamic occurs as well, where the occurrence gonna be varying from a range here. Now, as per intro point, guys, the dynamic occur syntax is very famously asked, where you will be mentioning the variable name, the occurs variable name occurs in a range bound, guys, 1 to some 500 times of range you will be mentioning, and you need to tell the system based on what the memory should be allocated. So the word called depending on a counter variable, guys, a counter related variable is required to allocate the memory. The second thing that I told you, guys, once your memory is allocated for one variable, you are getting many memories, guys. To access the occurrence of that variable, guys, we use something called a word called subscript. This subscript, guys, is used to refer a single memory, guys, okay, and a single memory allocations or memory of your variable. And also told you, guys, the subscript as the word, guys, which is referring, you can use a syntax as a value where you can mention the occurs variable name. Within the bracket, you can mention 1, 2, 3 like that. 1 means first occurrence, 2 means second occurrence, guys. Same thing, you can use a subscript with along with a variable as well here. And you can mention that variable in a point of looping scenario like this. Then the last thing that I also added to your knowledge, guys, once you have created an occurs with a memory of 10 or 20 or 100 with some data, if you want to find the value, guys, find a value in the occurrence or occurs table, guys, then I told you we already have in COBOL concept of search and search all. There is a topic called search and search all topic is there. On top of that, I told you, guys, these two fellows, they have certain difference in between them. I'll tell you the difference today. But in common point, guys, in common point, what we have is the index required. Index is required to perform the search, and that will make little faster. So this was the whole story that we told yesterday, guys. Any